Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Player Advancement League. This is race number 6 of Season 2 right here at Dover International Speedway. This is the Delaware Blue Hen 150 laps here at Delaware. And your pole sitter, none other than the man himself, Mr. Joe Houston. Let's go ahead and get Joe up into the booth. Joe, this is Noah up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you, Noah. What's up,
Joe,
man?
I want to let you know, I freaked the fuck out. I had your pole's lap sitting on my screen. I had you up while I was getting pre-race stuff done, and I look up and I see you take the top spot over Jacob Alicia. I started hooting and hollering. You would have thought it was the finish of the Baby Car 225. Tell me, Joe, how do you feel sitting on pole? You've been Mr. Consistent all season long, getting top threes. Is today the day you get a win?
I hope so. I like this track a lot. I think we'll have a chance. That was a fun lap. My heart was racing. Hopefully you can actually lead a lap, get a bonus point finally. First one of the year, even though running up front. So just got to try and keep it clean to the end, and we'll hopefully have a shot at it.
Joe, you have a handful of teammates with you on your side. Knowing your strong suit of restrictor plates, Talladega in 2 weeks, do you start preparing with your team? Do you go into the mindset that you guys are going to work together? How does that dynamic work with your next era alliance?
Yeah, we'll definitely work together. We haven't made any strategy plans as of yet or anything, but yeah, we'll partner up at Dega and try and draft it up to the front. I don't know if it's my strong suit. You never know with those tracks, but
well, if you run
yeah,
the number
we'll
3 good wrench car, you gotta be good somewhere, and I feel like Talladega might be yours.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah. Race hell, praise Dale. Thank you so much, Joe. We're gonna send you back down.
All right, have a good race.
Thanks, you too. Send Joe back down. Have a good race, he says. Oh, we love Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Joe Houston starting on pole for tonight's race. To his outside, Jacob Alicia. Aaron Warren, good guy Warren, P3 in qualifying. Absolutely phenomenal. He's been putting in the practice. Aiden Gould, 4th. Timothy Perryman into the top 5. Henry, 6th. Heel, 7th. Jody at 8th. Warren, 9th. Raymond Wimmer, top 10 qualifying effort for him. And now you guys already know what time it is. It is time for your go time music. Dover, guys, it's a tight, short, concrete banked oval. We got 21 cars in the field. Joe Houston, Jacob Alicia leading your points. Claims this year's going to be his year. Coming down the backstretch. Pace track leading. Who's going to be the winner of the Delaware Blue Hen? Last season, we saw an epic battle. Matthew Heel, Douglas Henry. Douglas picking up his first career PALracing win right here. Pace car pulls off. Joe Houston in command. Jacob Alicia outside. Can Aaron Warren pick up some positions? On the front stretch, green flag is out, and away we go here at Dover. Through turns 1 and 2, Joe with a good lead. Jacob Alicia battling back on the outside as they come down the backstretch. Look at these cars fan out. Look at that progressive banking as they go down the backstretch. Still a banked incline they got to transition to. Try not to let that car wash up, smack that wall on exit. That's where you're going to see a lot of accidents happen on the exit of these corners here at Dover. Joe Houston leads a lap. That was his goal. Jacob Alicia second, and it might have an issue for Aaron Warren. Aaron Warren fell back. He might have tapped the apron. He falls back to 7th after a 3rd place starting position. Look back towards the front. Joe Houston still leading over Jacob Alicia. Jacob Alicia, Aiden Gould, 2 and 3. Timothy Perryman starting to catch Douglas Henry. He's got within a bumper, but look at, see how that 41 just kind of crab walked up the track a little bit? That's the tires sliding. He's really getting a lot of slide in that car. That's going to wear them out. He's definitely pushing really hard. Douglas Henry just missed the bottom. Let's see if Timothy can capitalize. Can't quite get the run off of 4 that he needs. He'll settle right back in behind Douglas Henry. It looks like Timothy is bearing it pretty hard. Douglas Henry is missing the bottom a little bit, but he's getting good rotation off that middle line. The closest battle on track as of right now. I do want to point something else out, though. Mr. Daniel Honeycutt. Daniel started at the back of the field, 21st position. He has made himself up to 12th, nearly a 10-position gain. A lot of speed in that 72. I had his qualifying pulled up before Joe's. He, in both laps, spud, pushing the car really hard, but we know he has some speed. Overall, Daniel has more wins in Player Advancement League than any other driver right now. Sitting at 4, Jacob Alicia has 3. And then Douglas Henry, Matthew Heel tied for 2 apiece. We have an incident report. Ethan on pit road. Doesn't look like the tires are being changed. Let's go ahead and check the replay. This is Ethan coming down the back straight. Going into turns 3 and 4. Is he trying to... Yes, it looks like he's trying to enter pit road. Oh my gosh! We don't get a good angle on... Let's look at a better angle. He's trying to enter pit road, missed and hit the barrels, pulled to Kyle Larson. Oh, I mean, that's a heavy impact. Immediately gets that car reset into the pits. That is the end of the day for Ethan. And now Matthew Heel still trying to run down Aiden Gould as he looks to the inside. Matthew Heel is going to completely clear. Matthew Heel into 4th, Aiden Gould 5th. And Jacob Alicia is running away with this lead here at Dover. Greg Jodiet. Oh, contact with Aiden Gould. Both cars into the wall. We stay green. Aiden Gould, big damage. That car out of tow and destroyed. Why we don't have a caution, I don't know. But it seems like Greg might have came up the track. We're not too sure. Aiden still trying to get that car turned down into pit road. That's going to be the end of his day. So here's the battle. So Greg, tires are a little bit better. He looks to the inside of Aiden Gould. Oh, we might need to look at that again. That was kind of hard to tell. We'll get slow-mo ready. So Greg, good run to the inside. As they go into the corner, it just looks like Aiden is coming down and just not ready for Greg to be that high. Yeah, so Greg didn't come up. Aiden goes down, catches the right rear of Greg, gets into the wall. Greg, look at this save out of Greg. And that is going to be the end of the day for Aiden Gould. What you wanted to see, while we have Timothy out here yet to pit, let's look at the points picture. Points post Watkins, Glenn, Jacob Alicia leading, but only by 9 points. Even with 2 wins, Matthew Heel sits second and could very well point his way to another championship. Douglas Henry drops to 3rd in points. 167 with that 1 win. Look at those average finishes. Jacob Alicia, even with a DNF at Charlotte, has an average finish of 2nd. Heel, 3. Douglas Henry, 4th. Your average finish is pretty much a reflection of your points. You can see on that list. Joey Houston sits 4th. Aiden Gould 5th. This is going to burn a drop week for him. Unfortunate. Honeycutt 6th. Jacob Pettit's going to drop from his position. He's already had to use a drop week. He sits 7th right now. So a couple of other guys are going to be able to move up the point standings. Currently, Jonathan Green, last car, left to pit. Get out here early. The race stays green. He's going to control Jacob Alicia. Looking to tie Daniel Honeycutt with the most wins in PALracing. Looking to have 3 this season. The only other driver to win at 3 races in one season was Daniel Honeycutt. Jacob Alicia wants to submit himself as the greatest driver in PALracing. He's got a lot of work to do so yet. But damn, is he good. Let's watch him wheel this car from the in-car cockpit. He is a feather with the wheel, but since getting around Matthew Hill, Joe Houston has started to run down Jacob by just a few tenths. Again, still 9 seconds off, which is quite a bit. We're gonna do something special. Go ahead and do our famous live race interview with Mr. Honeycutt. Daniel, no up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Well, Daniel, it's that time of the race. We get a live cockpit interview. We'll try not to be too loud or distracting, but tell us, what does it take? We've seen you come from the rear all the way into the top 3 already, but what's it going to take to get that car up to the front and up around Jacob Alicia, as you do sit right around 14 seconds off?
It's going to take a good little bit and maybe some cautions and some well-timed stuff to happen to get up to them. I feel like I can keep pace with them, if not faster, especially in the long run, than a lot of these guys. But right now, I'm just trying to wait and see if that late race caution will come up.
So are you saving tire right now, or are you just trying to be consistent with some quick lap times?
Well, right now, I'm just trying to run them into the ground because I'm about to pit in the next lap. So if you want to see off-board footage of people going on and off pit road and seeing how challenging it is, then I'll be here for it.
Absolutely. Is this a little bit of a short pit, or do you think you're hitting your numbers where you want to?
Well, you can make it about 60 laps, but your tires are just going to be screaming at you the whole time. So I saw how much of a difference short pit made all for a lot of these guys. And then, but for me, I just feel like right now would be like a really good time to pit and kind of leapfrog some people.
And here we go. We'll let you focus.
I missed it.
Oh, shit. Well, you're having all the way back around.
Yep. At least I caught it.
Yeah, did you see what happened to Ethan Walker?
No, I missed that part.
He hit it head on.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying not to do that. Alright, I'm going to try one more time.
Yep. You only lost 3 seconds. And you're right behind Matthew Hill. How about that?
Yep. No, yeah, just try to play with the throttle some. Try not to be too overly aggressive.
But you are definitely pushing it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
At what point late in this race, when we see some last second tire changing, do you do 2 tires to try to leapfrog? Or do you need the 4 tires?
You need 4 tires. You run 2 laps here, you need 4 tires. They're just so much of a difference maker. It's unbelievable. Try not to push it too hard. Right there around 35, 36. Then gas it.
Do you try to let the tires warm up for your first lap or two, or are you just sending
Yeah.
it?
What's that?
Okay.
No, I try not to get too close to the bottom, especially on brand new tires, because they will easily spin out coming out turn 4. So I'll just kind of let it coast just a little bit, and then I'll get hard on it right here in turn 1, as if nothing changed.
What's your goal right now? If we do stay caution-free, where do you see yourself at the end of this race?
Hopefully a top 5. I mean, came back from where I started 19th, hit the wall both times in qualifying, so just trying not to make too many mistakes and bring home the top 5 and keep it off the wall was the main goal.
Alrighty, Daniel, we'll leave you to it. Thank you so much for helping us here for your in-car mid-race interview.
It's like the Dale Earnhardt Jr. Nationwide update now. It's the Daniel Honeycutt George's mid-race interview.
If George just wants to pay me to say that every time, absolutely.
Okay, fair enough.
Alrighty. But here we are. Jacob, Alicia, 2 laps to go. Coming to 1 to go. Going to the season, he said, I wanted to win the championship. It's mine. It's my turn. He's definitely proven it so far. Win at Michigan. A win at Pocono. Down the back straight for the final time. He's lapped every car in the field except for the top 5. And now as he follows Daniel Honeycutt on a turn 4, Jacob Alicia will tie Daniel Honeycutt for the most career PALracing wins. 3 wins this season. Jacob Alicia wins Dover.
Oh, God damn it. What the fuck happened, man? Oh, it was good shit, though, Jacob. Congratulations.
Congratulations, buddy.
Whew.
Thanks, man.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Oh, you like dominated that race. I can't believe there's a wreck at the end. But no, good shit, man.
Domination.
God damn.
We will check and see what that wreck was. Jacob Alicia, your winner, but we do have a replay. What happened at the end? It appears Raymond Wimmer, Chris Warren, Josiah Claudio involved. This is Chris Warren. Oh, Chris Warren, Josiah Claudio contact down the back straight. Samuel Lang involved. Holy crap. Raymond Wimmer might have been as well. Let's check the Raymond cam. This is after the wreck's already happened. Let's check Josiah again. Josiah top. Warren bottom. Looks like they're coming together. Off of 2. Claudio comes down, grabs Warren. Crash on the final lap. Samuel Lang involved. John Schoenbachler just barely made it through. That was a crazy hit for Chris. Heavy contact there at the end. But it doesn't matter. Jacob Alicia, victory lap. Down the backstretch at Dover. Let's go ahead and get him up into the booth. Jacob, no up at the booth. Do you have a copy, buddy?
Hey, Noah, good copy.
Jacob, I need a little bit more enthusiasm out of you. You tied Daniel Honeycutt for the most career PALracing wins. You tied Daniel Honeycutt for the most wins in a single season. 3 wins so far, and just race 6. How does it feel, buddy?
It feels really good, Noah. We showed up with the right setup, the right car, and I mean, I've always had a special place in my heart for Dover. So, doing a really stellar performance for the fans out here are really great. I want to designate this victory to my fiancée Cheyenne. She was gracious enough to let me come in and do this race today, even though she's recovering from her surgery today. Hopefully she's watching along on the stream and rooting and cheering for me. I'll see you soon, honey.
All right. Thank you so much, Jacob. Congratulations. This is looking real good for you and your championship hopes. Celebrate hard tonight.
Will do, Noah. Thanks.
Thank you, Jacob. We'll send Jacob back down to the end of his pit road. Let's go ahead and grab your second place finisher, Mr. Joe Houston. Hey, Joe, Noah in the booth. Do you have a copy?
What's up, Noah? Gotcha.
Well, Joe, you set the pole. You had a nice, consistent day. We talk about once again, you bring it home second. What did it take to get up there and get to Alicia? What were you missing today?
I think he was just so consistent. I only ran 9 or 10 practice laps coming into this, so I was just making little tiny mistakes here and there, and I think, a lap after lap he was able to, that just builds up over a run. And then I think on the first pit cycle he gained a little time on me, both by pitting earlier and I think just was better on pit road. So, but I mean, can't complain. It was a really fun race. We'll take another second.
All righty, Joe, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you next week at Kansas. Welcome back into the podium, though. It's almost like we got deja vu every week, so it's nice to see you back up front.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good night.
Thank you. We'll send Joe down if we can. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. We'll send Joe down. We'll go ahead and grab your third place finisher, Mr. Douglas Henry. Hey, Douglas. No up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
Well, Doug, you bring it home P3. We see that 66 machine back up towards the top 3. What were you missing today?
Speed, I guess. No, I gave it my all, and Joe and Jacob were just better. I mean, that's all there is to say.
Well, you were last season's winner here at Dover. Could not defend the Delaware Blue Hen. But we move into Kansas next week. Now, with the exception of that late race wreck you got caught up with at Kansas with Matthew Heel, do you still think you have enough speed to run up towards the front?
Oh yeah, Kansas is one of my favorite tracks. Just ripping that high side and trying to save tires. And I think I'll come home with the top 5 there for sure.
And then I got to ask you, because it's almost that time of the season, we're getting close to the Talladega Derby. You are the car that could win the Triple Crown in the first ever season we have it with the $100 grand prize. How do you feel about Talladega? And do you have teammates offering their assistance to make sure you secure the Dega win? How does that go down in your guys' team setting?
Nobody's offered me assistance, but I'm sure if it comes down to it, they'll give me the push I need. But I feel as confident as you can for Talladega. I mean, it's just a roll of the dice and survival.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much, Douglas. Have a good night, buddy.
Thank you. Me too.
Well, we'll send Douglas down, and that will be the conclusion of the Delaware Blue Hen 150 here at PALracing. Join us same time, same place next week for what will be the... What is the Kansas race called? Maybe I should know that. I don't know. It's something about getting high. It's the guy from the Emerald City and the hell what's that movie called with the yellow brick road? We're not Kansas anymore. With Toto and Dorothy. I don't know. Join us next week for Kansas. I'm too damn tired. I gotta take a shower. I gotta go to bed. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been an awesome race. Congratulations, Jacob, Alicia. Have a good night. Oh, I found it. It's the Wizard of Zaw. Like the Wizard of Oz with the Wizard of Zaw. There we go. Have a good night, guys.